Welcome, Gemini, to your April mid-month reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. This one's going to take place from the 12th to the 20th. How about that? How about 21st? We'll make it the 21st. Plenty of time for people to watch. So we're going to make this the 12th through the 21st. Okay, let's see what's going on with you, Gemini. Best message, please, for the beautiful Gemini. What is going on with Gemini in the mid-month? They should be aware of. Best message. Let's take one more, guys. Since there's a judgment that's coming through, it feels like a call, though, from someone who wants to deliver you bad news, who's just, I feel like they're the bad news bears people. Be careful of this person. I do feel like it's, they always, every now and again, I don't know if it's every now and again for some of you or always, but it does feel like, let's put it this way, every time this person wants to call, they have some kind of drama, some kind of bad news, something weighing them down. They're a very negative person, yes, and they're telling you about their tower. And this is causing you overwhelmingness and, having some issues with the situation. It always seems to bring your energy down. This, like I said, this person feels like the bad news bears. Nothing's ever right with this person. And it feels like, okay, so first everything's fine, and, and then all of a sudden, boom, I got bad news. I'm sick. I'm this. I'm that. The overall card for the reading is going to be attuned to your divine self. This is where you're going to be able to center yourself from this person, because it does feel like they're just overwhelming you. Does this, it's almost to this point where it feels like for some of you, it's like our relationship is going very well, and then all of a sudden you always have bad luck, or you always have some kind of drama. I feel like it's drama. They always want to overwhelm you with something going on within their lives. It's like, can't we just always keep it positive? Why does there have to be this tower? Why does there have to be this negativity? It does feel like this person has ups and downs. Maybe they're a little bipolar. But yes, they're bringing in the drama. So this person might live on drama. Or maybe they're bipolar because we're getting the imbalance card. Maybe they have emotional imbalance. But however it is, it's going to work on you, and you need to make a decision on how you're going to attune to your divine self and keep yourself going strong, not allowing them to affect your energy and affect your life around you. It just comes to a weird stop. It's almost like I feel like everything was going good. We're all doing great. We're having a great time. And then there you go again. There you go again, being negative and Nancy. There you go again. Everything in the world is falling apart around you. So this is going to actually push you away and force you away, Gemini. It feels like, you can't win in this situation. So now it's almost to the point where it's like, you're forcing me away again, because you're doing it again. So, and it's almost like because they're forcing their negative side on you. This person can only be happy for so long before all of a sudden something breaks in them. Maybe they need attention. Maybe, like I said, maybe they're emotionally imbalanced. But it just feels like you can only give to them so much, and you can only give so much patience to them. It feels like you were very patient with them for a long time, and you've seen that they kind of change, but I think that with this person, it's kind of the back and forth kind of scenario. We don't talk for a little while. I come back, and you're like, hey, and they're like, hey, and they're like really fun and really awesome. But then as the time goes and you guys are really, together, talking, doing things together, they just down, just, so it feels like one of those things, like we can only be friends, for, a couple months or whatever, until all of a sudden there's always something wrong. Like there's always something wrong with this person. They can't keep themselves in a positive mode. It's someone that you've known for a long time. And it's going to bring back that feeling and that thought of, how they keep doing this. Why do they keep doing this? And it brings you away from you feeling happy because they work on your emotions when they're down. So you need to keep yourself balanced and make sure that you are attuning to the divine and really making the intuitive decision that you need to make. So there's going to be a choice that you're going to have to make whether or not you're going to stay with this friend or, because it feels like they are backing you back into a corner where you don't want to be around somebody who's so negative, right? So they definitely are forcing you backwards again. So it's almost like, here we go again. Everything's going good, and then you bring up some kind of drama that has to be going on in your life. And it's got to be the most overwhelming thing in the world that starts to push down on you. It might even be if you're in a love relationship, everything's going great. Take this how it resonates. If it doesn't, throw it away. But it's almost like, we're in a relationship and I give you a second chance and you come back and do all these things. But then all of a sudden, all their happiness and everything turns into a self-sabotage. So this person might be a self-sabotager. I think that is saboteur. Is that what they call that? A self-saboteur. But they do. Now all of a sudden it's, you don't really love me. I'm not worth it. I don't, you don't really love me. Something of this nature. And it does feel like that's for somebody where they just start doing that and they start showing the low self-esteem. For no reason. Yeah, so it's almost like they just start letting go of themselves, allowing their own emotions, their own overwhelming traumas and dramas and things of this nature to take control over their life, but then they want to send it to you. And it might be because if it's a love situation, my friends are looking for this strange attention because they may not have this self-security, emotional immaturity, imbalance, something is going on. So it does feel like self-sabotage, no matter what the situation is. Yeah, they just keep weakening. So where the success was in your relationship with this person, platonic or love, it doesn't matter. It was going strong, and now it's starting to become very unsuccessful for you, and it's kind of moving backwards, back to where it was from the past, and it's weakening down. As you're seeing them weak down, it's pushing you and forcing you away. You don't want them to do that. Yeah. So their cheery, outgoing nature is now turned into this, like I said, bad news bears. It gets into your mental of whether or not they're, are you really trying to push me away? Do you really want me to escape? It almost feels to a point where irresponsibility is not, really the word here. It's almost like they want you to be responsible for their heartache. They lean on you so much, it's almost like to the point where it becomes so overwhelming for you, it's hard to listen to. You see what I'm saying? And it's almost like they try to make you feel like you should be stepping up to the plate to help them with this emotional thing. But I think the problem is that you've already done this, and it's something that's coming back around. Right when you think that they're happy, like I said, maybe it goes on for a couple of weeks and then it's all bad again. Yeah. They want you to stay focused on them, even though you don't want to focus on this. You're trying now to refocus somewhere else. And Spirit's like, refocus yourself somewhere else. Don't give them all the focus that they're looking for. The thing that's going to be the worst thing about this situation, though, is where they want all the focus and they want all of your attention. The more that you're pushing them away, the more they're going to get in their head that you really are not their friend. You really don't like them. So it almost feels like a win or lose situation. So it definitely is. It's going to feel like, you know what? It doesn't matter what's going to happen. If I give them too much attention, then it overwhelms me, and I don't want to have to carry that baggage or that weight, especially if you're an empath. That's going to be horrifying. And that's definitely going to have to make you move. And I would say if you are an empath, yeah, you're going to have to definitely move away from that situation, because it's too much for you to handle, and it's too much for anyone to handle, empathic or not. The problem is they're continuing to watch you. Do they like to get a rise out of you? Do they get this from you because they want you to show them the overall attention or love? It's almost like I can only give you so much love. Guys, have you ever had a love? I don't know, this is the craziest thing ever, but have you ever had a love like where you're kissing and it feels like, dude, you know, you're like going to crawl into the body. You're going to carry them around. Like they're so clingy that, you know, it's just like, wow, okay, just climb on in there and sit in my belly. It's kind of the same kind of, it's like really weird to say it like that, but it's almost to the point where that's like what they want you to do. They want to be so attached to you, you're going to be Siamese twins. Like I said, I don't care if this is a platonic relationship of best friends. They want to be you. Is that what it is? Do they want to be you? Are they trying to get so close to you that they're becoming you? I don't know. It's really weird. Because I see this obsessive behavior with the Page of Swords upside down with the focus. It's almost like I'm so focused on you that this spying and this watching and this, it's almost like to the point where it's either I'm going to become you. Man, I know we're talking like single white female. This is getting scary. That's for some of you. Or I'm going to, you know, get in my belly. I'm going to carry you around, or we're going to be Siamese twins, or because I need so much of your attention. It's almost like they love you and adore you so much. It's an obsessive behavior, and it feels like they really want to catch your goat, because I say it's some kind of emotional distraught. I don't know. That's crazy. All of these feelings are really weird. But they all make sense, but they're really out there, right? From a human logical point. But it's all understandable. Like, we get it. We just don't want it. Because it's crazy talk. Ace of Cups over here. You're going to have to go to where you feel like you have a new beginning, to where you feel refreshed again. So it's almost like once you leave them, you know you're going to be refreshed again. You know this is where you're going to find the peace again. Because it feels like you've done this before. I mean, did they try to be your single white female? I don't know. But you know that you have to refresh and up, not just, I mean, just your whole energy, your whole self, to become whole again, because it just feels like it's so overwhelming. I just need this new start away from you again. So you're definitely pulling back, and it's a forceful pull. It's like you're riding your horse and you're just like, pull on the reins and go backwards. I'm sorry, I'm not coming forwards anymore. I just turned the whole cart around. I just turned the whole horse around and went backwards. Because there was a ditch over there. And that's what it feels like. It's almost like they want to be so happy, but then they dig a ditch for themselves and make you fall in the ditch. And the crazy thing about this ditch, there's no ladder. So the only ladder you know of is to either bring a ladder with you all the time. Do you know to bring a ladder? So, you know, attuning to the divine over here, yeah, that has everything in the world to do with this whole reading, though. Let's get that card really fast, too, because, yeah, otherwise it's just sadness and you're walking around because they really mess with your emotions and really want to pull you back. And it's almost like to the point where it's like, how can we be friends if you keep doing this? How can we be lovers if you keep doing this? Like I said, it feels almost more obsessively that maybe they're addicted to you. I don't know. Take that how it resonates. Oh my gosh. This card here, though, is talking about the opportunity to slip into the flow of life. Making sure that you know where your happiness is and attune to your dreams and your happiness. Do not allow others to weigh you down. That's really what it says. And that's really what it is. So you have to attune to your own divine. And that's where this is, right? You're saying this is what I have to go back to. because now I have to pull the reins out and I have to go find myself and refreshen myself. So that's, wow. It's crazy because this isn't the overall, you know they're going to be okay. But it's almost like you just know, it feels very back and forth. Okay, well, I'm going to leave for a while and then I'll be back. Okay, once you get yourself back together and not be so drama. Once you're over the drama queen stuff, I don't care if you're male or female, once you're over the drama queen and doing the things that you're doing, you know, and get back to inner peace and get out of your head and over your emotions and all the things that are going on to you, maybe I'll travel back to you, you know, when you're in a more peaceful state and you have your stuff back together. And it's going to be a more respectful state for yourself without trying to always weigh other people down and bring and drag them into their situations. It does feel like they get into these underdetermined situations, and it just ends up dragging everybody down. Yeah. So they definitely have some kind of wishy-washy behavior. We're super happy, and then it's almost like we're together too long, and then you start working on obsessive behavior. That's what it is. Excessive obsessive behavior somehow or another. So it doesn't feel like you're ever going to 100% really conquer this situation with this person. But it definitely feels like you're definitely, it's time now in the mid-month to start pulling those reins back and say that enough is enough. I'm done now. Because now, you know, I just keep saying it, guys, you're doing it again. Okay. Maybe it's somebody too that you can't be with. They really want to be with you. And so then they start this I don't know, this emotional drama. It's emotional drama. That's really what it is. Okay. And until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.